Imagine you are in the middle of a sentence. You are articulating a thought that matters to you. Perhaps at a dinner table, a business meeting, or a gathering of friends. Suddenly, a voice cuts through the air. Someone has stepped over your words, hijacking the conversation and forcing your voice into the background. In that precise moment, a biological switch flips. Your pulse quickens. Heat rises to your face. The instinct is primal. Fight back. The average person battles for airtime. They raise their voice, speaking faster and louder to drown out the intruder. They fight noise with noise, but in doing so, they look desperate. They look insecure. They have allowed an external event to disrupt their internal order. The Stoic does not fight noise with noise. The Stoic enters the void. Today, we are going to deconstruct the art of handling interruptions, not through aggression, but through the supreme power of silence and selected speech. We will look at why reaction is surrender and how a purposeful pause is actually a form of quiet domination. We will explore the wisdom of Zeno and Epictetus to reclaim your dignity and authority. By the end of this video, you will possess the smart phrases and the internal psychology to ensure that when others lose control of their tongues, you remain the sovereign master of your soul. The psychology of power and the weaponized pause. To understand how to stop someone from talking over you, we must first understand the landscape of the interaction. This is the binary frame. On one side, you have the insecure interrupter. This person is volatile. They are terrified of silence. To them, a pause in conversation is a vacuum that must be filled with their own ego. They interrupt not because they are strong, but because they are frantic for validation. They believe that domination of the conversation equates to domination of the room. On the other side, we have the Stoic observer. The observer is unmoved. The observer understands that true power does not scream, it listens. When you are interrupted, the trap is to believe you have been defeated. You feel that by stopping your speech, you have submitted. We need to reframe this immediately. Stopping is not submission. It is a tactical repositioning. This is what we call weaponized silence. Consider the dynamics of a spotlight. When you are speaking, the spotlight is on you. When someone interrupts, they are desperately trying to grab that spotlight. If you fight them, the two of you are wrestling in the mud, and the audience sees only chaos. But if you immediately stop, if you cut your sentence off with razor-sharp precision the moment they speak, you do something counterintuitive. You hand them the spotlight entirely, but you do it while they are stumbling. You leave them alone in the room with their own rudeness. You force them to fill the awkward space. This is the essence of unshakable dignity. As the Stoic philosopher Zeno of Citium famously said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we say." Zeno was not advising passivity. He was reminding us that listening and the strategic use of silence is the mark of superior character and control. The greatest minds have always seen the compulsive need to speak as a flaw, a leak in one's discipline. Therefore, when you are interrupted, view the interrupter not as a threat, but as a demonstration of what a lack of inner temperance looks like. Your arsenal of composed responses. Before we discuss the specific phrases, we must build your emotional logic bridge. Why are you using these techniques? If your goal is simply to win the argument or humiliate the other person, you have already lost your Stoic footing. You are still enslaved by your ego. The goal is to protect your inner sanctuary. Epictetus taught that we cannot control what others do, only our judgments and reactions. If you use these phrases to snap back pettily, you are letting their lack of control dictate your state. Instead, anchor yourself with this thought: I will master my tongue, so I remain the master of my soul. When you refuse to be rattled, you win the ultimate victory, the victory of composure. With that foundation of stillness, let's examine specific phrases. Phrase 1. I noticed you have something to say. Go ahead, I will wait. This is devastatingly effective because it utilizes the binary frame. The interrupter expects resistance. When you stop and verbally roll out the red carpet, you remove the tension. You are saying, I am so secure, I can afford to let you speak. The subtext is heavy. By saying, I will wait, you imply the conversation is on your terms and you will return to your point. You are the adult, calmly waiting. Phrase 2. Please finish your thought. Then I will finish mine. This appeals to Stoic virtues of justice and fairness. It is not aggressive, but it is firm. It highlights the disruption without emotion. It establishes a contract. You grant them permission, but you book your time slot immediately after. It signals to everyone that you have not forgotten your point and will not let it die. Phrase 3. Total silence. Sometimes the smartest phrase is none at all. When interrupted, stop instantly. Do not sigh or look away. Look directly at them with a neutral, unmoved expression. Wait. Let them talk. They will sense the lack of friction and the weight of your gaze. They will often stumble. Once they trail off, wait 1 sovereign second, then say, as I was saying, and resume exactly where you left off. Treat their outburst like a passing cloud that did not alter the sun's course. Phrase 4. I want to hear your point, but are you interrupting because you feel I'm finished, or because you don't want to hear what I have to say? This is for repeat offenders. Use a tone of genuine curiosity, not sarcasm. This question forces the interrupter to examine their own behavior, bringing a subconscious impulse into conscious light. It acts as a speed bump for their rationality, often leading them to retreat and cede the floor. Phrase 5. I'm going to pause you there for a second. I wasn't quite done. Stoicism is not passive, it is active engagement. Sometimes reality demands a clear boundary. Use a calm, low-frequency voice. The word pause implies you have the remote control. Stating, I wasn't quite done, is a report of fact, not an emotional accusation. It signals you value your own words enough to protect them. Phrase 6. You seem very passionate about this. Why don't you start, and I will follow? This is the benevolent yield with a layer of psychological mirroring. By labeling them passionate, you frame their interruption as an excess of emotion, a weakness in Stoic philosophy. You position yourself as the generous, composed listener, stepping out of the arena. Often, when given full permission, the interrupter's urge vanishes because the resistance they craved is gone, integrating sovereignty into your life. The next time you are interrupted, feel the vibration in your body. Feel the insecure interrupter archetype rising within you, wanting to fight. Recognize it, acknowledge it, and let it go. Step onto your emotional logic bridge. Remind yourself, I am not here to win a shouting match. I am here to maintain my dignity. Choose your response. Will you use weaponized silence, the benevolent yield? Deliver your choice with the weight of the ancients behind you. Remember, Zeno and Epictetus stood with composure before emperors and in the face of chaos. When you refuse to battle for airtime, you become a magnet. People lean in to listen to the person who speaks least, but whose words carry the most weight. By stopping when interrupted, you are not fading away. You are waiting for the noise to subside so that clarity can be heard. The world is full of noise and people terrified of the void, filling every silence with chatter to avoid their own thoughts. Do not join them. Be the contrast. Be the stillness in the storm. The goal is not just to stop them from talking over you. The goal is to ensure that even when the world is loud, you remain unmoved. That is the Stoic way. That is the path of true, quiet power. As you move through your week, try these phrases. Observe the results. You will find that when you respect your own silence, the world begins to respect your speech. If you found value in this reflection, And if you wish to join a community dedicated to wisdom and temperance, subscribe and turn on notifications. Leave a comment below with the word composure, to signal you have reached the end and are committed to mastering your tongue. Stand tall, remain sovereign, and let your silence speak as loudly as your words.